Well, ladies and gents, do we have a video for you today? We're looking at Mr. Isaac Butterfield, 10 reasons not to visit America. Can't wait to see what he has to say here. Just for the reference, he has an awesome channel, awesome comedy tour, the whole 9 yards. So make sure to check it out. It'll be linked in the description down below. I've seen him before on my channel as well as off camera. Usually always enjoyable. Pretty funny bloke, am I right? I'm going full-on American here. I got the American hat. We got the cut-off t-shirt here. We got the, bald eagle on my arm. So here we go, guys. Full-on American. What the hell is this Aussie saying about America? Let's see.
G'day, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Isaac Butterfield, and over the past couple of weeks, I have toured around the great country, the superpower, the United States of America. Right now, I am in Los Angeles, right next to the airport before I head back to Australia tomorrow. And I tell you what,
This is super accurate. Gross, smog, homeless, and you can live in a box for $5,000 a month. Screw California. No one likes California.
I have noticed some very peculiar things, some big differences between Australia, the great land down under, and America. On the first day that I was here, I saw some very interesting sights. I saw some dude who thought he was the next Biggie Smalls. I saw a naked lady, an entire naked old lady on the beach, complete pancake fucking ass. It was very interesting. And I saw a dude on the streets injecting himself with something that I can only describe as probably not insulin. There are huge differences between the country that I'm in right now, America,
Welcome
and
to America,
where
baby.
I call home, Australia. And ladies and gentlemen, I've compiled a list for you so you can understand the biggest differences between Australia and America. Number one, tipping. Okay, tipping is a massive thing here because American companies pay their employees, I think the technical term in the financial sector is fuck all. Like if you work at a cafe, you might get $5 an hour. So they rely on tips from customers to make a decent, livable wage.
That's right.
But can I just say this? Fuck your tipping. Fuck off, get fucked. If you've never been to America, this is how it works. Once you've bought something, you've bought a beer, you've bought a meal, you pay for that meal, and then you have to pay an extra 20 or 25% to tip the person who's brought the plate to you. It is absolutely fucked. And even if you hate the person that gave you the things, you still have to tip them. If you tip them any less than 15%, you may as well have walked over there, shoved your finger up their ass and said, fuck you into their ear. The second
if you tip less than 50%, it does kind of suck because if you tip less than that, you might as well not show up at that restaurant again for your own peace of mind, right? And so you better hope they're a good server, right? But yeah, it's a weird culture because I've learned on the reverse side of that most places don't have the tipping culture like we have here. And it's crazy. I've seen the videos. I've had videos on my channel explaining how messed up the workplace in America it is. It's bad.
Big difference is you crazy motherfuckers drive on the wrong side of the road, okay? And I know that they're going to sit there and say, no, obviously.
No, we drive on the right side of the road. That's the one I'm going to fight to the death. I love driving how we drive. A lot of countries drive how we drive, but then again, a lot of countries drive on the other side of the road, the wrong side, in my opinion. Although I do like right-hand drive cars. I think they're kind of cool.
So you idiots in Australia drive on the wrong side of the road. But I'm the one with the camera, so suck a big fat cock. When you come to America and you realise they drive on the other side of the road, you're stuck with a few things you need to work out. One of them being, I don't know how to cross a road. You look like an idiot. When you go to cross the road, you're looking in the wrong direction because the cars are coming from the other direction. You're going to get hit, all right? There's no looking left then right. You have to look right then left. That is so confusing. The third big...
Oh, you better be looking around. You got to be on your surroundings here in America, man. Come on. First mistake.
Difference, and this is huge. Americans, I'm sorry, are fucking rude. Like, you guys are so rude. Here's a real scenario, okay? We were in an airport the other day. I misplaced my water bottle. Side note, it was in my back pocket. And there was a very similar water bottle with the dude next to me on the table in front of me. I said, excuse me, mate, is that your water bottle? He looked at me deep in my eyes and he goes, why? Why do you want to know if it's my water bottle? Like, what the fuck, mate? I'm just asking, trying to work in Australia.
Oh,
you know
no.
what we do? You know what we fucking do? If someone was confused about whose water bottle was who, we would give them our water bottle. We'd build them a house. We'd tuck their grandma into bed, and we'd...
That's got to be an East Coast thing, because even in the Midwest, people are more friendly than that. And here in the Southwest, where I'm at now, people do share water. It's kind of the law here. You have to share water down here because it is too hot and you could die without water down here. There's no humidity. And yeah, that sounds like an East Coast thing for sure. Plus, the type of guy that said that, oh, why do you want to know if it's mine? Yeah, I know that type. Most Americans are not like that. That's an ass.
People. On that exact same day, we'd only been in the country for a few hours, the dude on the plane that we were on told a mother with a crying child to tell that child to keep it down. Oh yeah,
Wow.
You're going to have a conversation with a baby about not crying? How is that conversation going to...
That would not go well with me or especially my wife. Luckily, no one's had the balls to say that.
Go. Excuse
To
me,
us
fucking
about
Steve,
our kids,
little
but
baby
wow.
Steve. You know you're crying and upsetting people, and what, Steve's going to sit there and go, you're right, Mum, I really shouldn't be doing this, you
Right.
fucking idiot. In
Good
Australia,
luck with
if
the
you
baby
said that to a
understanding
mother
that.
and a child, the entire army would be deployed to your house and you'd be blown the fuck up. Saying all that, I only went to New York, LA, and Florida. The Florida people were actually quite nice.
Yeah, Florida's
New York, LA,
awesome. New York and LA, that's the worst. That's the worst of America, damn it.
Number 4 is similar to the last
That is
one.
not
It's
how
the
you judge
idea
America,
of saying
I promise.
thank you. In New York and LA, we found that people don't know how to act when an Australian says thank you. If I give you something, what do you say? You say thank you, and I say, hey, no worries, too easy, all good. In America,
Right.
do you know what they say when you say thank you for something? They say, fuck off with your ahas, all right? Just say no worries. Do you know how much
that's
that
gotta be a
upsets
New York
me?
and LA
Pick up
thing.
your polite game. It's not that fucking hard. America, make chivalry great again. Number 5, and this isn't a difference, but this is something you'll notice as an Australian when you get to America.
Now, I know this is just a fun video and stuff, right? But let me just make the distinction for those who haven't been to America, if you ever wanted a vacation here. Small town America is where it's at. That's where most people are, even middle-sized cities. New York and LA are colossal cities. And so, you know, I could speak from experience. People from Chicago or New York, LA, those are big cities, and everyone does have more of an asshole attitude, and everyone's always in a hurry, and it's crazy, and you just see some weird stuff. But once you get out of the colossally big cities, anything with, you know, like a reasonable city or smaller, people are really nice. There's a good sense of community, and Americans are some of the best people you're going to meet. I'm talking about average Americans on the street. So, yeah, in America's defense, he went to the arguably the worst places you can go. Other than Florida is pretty cool. It's craziness, but it's cool. People are usually pretty nice.
You go full bogan. Now, I don't know if all Americans know what the term bogan is, but it's sort of like a redneck, right? So when I
chair squeaking, sure.
foot in America, I went from me talking like me right now, quite, you know,
Damn.
I'm good at enunciating most words and all
Is that a
that
food
type
truck
of
in
shit,
LA?
to within about 5 minutes, walking up to people going, g'day mate, you want to know if I can get a lift on that Uber over there, big fella? Like, people didn't know what the fuck I was saying. Struth, too easy, big fella. Oh, bloody yeah, nah, too easy. People didn't know what the fuck I was saying. I went so full bogan Aussie immediately when I stepped foot in this country. I don't know why. I just think it's because we know that Americans like Australian accents, and as soon as they hear it, they go, wow, you're an Aussie. That's so cool. And I'm like, yeah, mate, I'm a fucking Aussie. Yeah, I fucking rode a kangaroo to fucking Qantas's fucking airport. The Prime Minister shook me hand as I flew off, and I cracked a Foster's beer on the way. Jesus Christ, I'm drunk, and I got an echidna up my ass. How fucking good am I? Even my beautiful fiancée Claire, she hammed it up as well. This is an exact quote from her. She said this to the lady at TSA. Fucking g'day Struth A Barramundi around here. Fucking Vegemite Bindi Irwin. But the great thing about America is you can have any accent and you are welcome, unless you have an Arabic accent. And not so much. Number 6, the food is almost better in America. Now, what I mean by that is the food is bigger. Now,
Fun fact, where we're living right now in New Mexico and the surrounding towns, we have thousands of refugees from the Middle East, and it's actually been really, really cool.
I'm not fat, but I'm not skinny. I'm somewhere in the middle, but I'm a fat boy at heart. And when I see the portion sizes in America, my food dick, whatever that is, gets real bloody hard. My first night in America, Claire and I got a pizza each. And we didn't know what size to order, anything like that. We just ordered some, and it was like $60 US. But they came, and they were huge, right? They weighed about 4 kilos. And I tell you what, I'm pretty sure the Los Angeles sewer system was blocked from a day from the both of us. Number 7, ladies and gentlemen. The alcohol is so cheap. There was a bottle of Smirnoff at this supermarket I was at last night.
Not to get super gross, I'm not even going to go into any details, but I do wonder what it would be like. I just thought of that, of someone coming from somewhere else where there's a different diet and different food standards and especially proportions. Most likely where you're coming from would have more on the healthy side food on average and lower portions. So you come to America and you got some crazy options for food, way more junk food and big portions. I wonder how that would affect people coming here for a couple weeks and them eating, how it would affect their body. I think we know how, because they're not used to our diet.
It was huge. It was massive. I think it was almost 2 liters, and it was $16 US, which I think is like $21 Australian. We get fucked with taxes in Australia when it comes to alcohol. It is horrible. It is highway fucking robbery. And you have alcohol everywhere. You got it in pharmacies, shopping centers, gas stations, petrol stations. You got them everywhere you might need them. Abortion centers. You have alcohol everywhere. It's always at an arm's reach, which is really handy if you're a homeless person who is an alcohol dependent. And I know why this happens, right? I know why this happens. I know why it's so expensive in Australia. You've heard of Big Pharma or big oil, these big powers that be that keep the prices high or low or whatever, keep people in government. This is Big Goon. All right? You know the wine casks that Australian young people drink? Big Goon is the reason that Australians have to drink expensive alcohol. All right? Because so when you're a kid and you start drinking for the first time, you don't go and get the expensive stuff. You're stuck with the Goon, which is $12, gets you extremely drunk, probably makes you lose your virginity, and you'll probably end up pregnant, which is great because you can come over to America, go to one of their abortion centers, and have a couple of beers on me. Number 8, the big difference here is no one understands what Australians are on about. Colloquialisms do not work here. Colloquialism being a term or a phrase that is a local language. In Australia, we have heaps of them. Dry as a dead dingo's donga. That means it's really dry out, right? Makes complete fucking sense. I was in an Uber the other day that nearly got sideswiped by a Porsche, right? It was really, really crazy. Happened really quick. And I said to old mate, "Oh, spewing, that was bloody close." He looked at me like I just said to him, "Oi, governor, can I shine your shoes?" It was ridiculous. He was like, "What the fuck is this prick talking about? What are we in the fucking 1800s?" Or that old lady at the shopping centre the other night. I said, "How you going?" She looked at me like I just groped her on the tit. I did grope her on the tit, but don't look at me like that. Christ, have some respect. Anyway, fuck you and not understanding my colloquialisms. Number 9, the big difference is tourism. There's so many great things to see in America. In New York, you could spend months there walking around. And we did about 20,000 steps every day, and we still didn't get to see everything. In Australia, okay, if you come to Australia, you see the Great Barrier Reef, you fly over it there, you've seen it. It's a big fucking coral reef. You go to the Sydney Harbour Bridge, there's a bridge, you've seen bridges before, and you go to Melbourne and see a protest or something. That is fucking it. There's nothing to see in Australia. Piss off. Number 10, and the last big difference is comedy. I was lucky to see Joe Rogan here do a show in Jacksonville in Florida. A massive crowd, about 15,000 people. Tony Hinchcliffe opened up for him. And you know what I learned? I learned that in Australia, we are the biggest pussies when it comes to stand-up comedy. We are so terrified about not getting spots on The Project or on the Melbourne International Comedy Festival Roadshow or on Channel 10. Comedians refuse to do jokes that push the boundaries. In Australia, we are fucking scared, and that shit needs to stop. I was so motivated after I saw that show. I thought to myself, oh my God, I've been hamstringing myself not doing particular jokes because I feel like they're too offensive and I'm going to get cancelled again. Fuck that. Not anymore. I'm fucking going for it, ladies and gentlemen. If I think something's funny, I'm going to tell it to a crowd, and if they think it's funny, then fucking oath, I'll keep doing it. And on that topic, come and see me live. I'm doing shows all around Australia, and I should be in America by the end of the year doing some shows. So if you're from America, let me know on my website. Go over there and sign up to get an email when I'm on tour. I love your country. Your people are weird. And I tell you what, New York, you got a lot of people that talk to themselves. I feel like you need some, chemtrails just to fly over there with some antipsychotics, and that's the problem solved. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East.
That might help.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks.
Yo, that was awesome. That was really, really fun. 10 Reasons Not to Visit America from Isaac Butterfield. Quite the adventure, as I thought it would be. Really, really cool. Some valid points as well, and great humor as always. So there you go. Do you agree with these? Anything you want to add? I like that he seemed to have a good time, though. And I do. I love America, and I love Australia. I can't wait to visit Australia someday. But I am proud of my home. I do love America. It is quite quirky and messed up, but it is beautiful and fun in its own way. So there you go, guys. This will be linked in the description down below, and you can check other ways to interact with my channel down there as well. Please throw a thumbs up on this video if you got a laugh from it and maybe learn something new. And of course, you can subscribe, join our amazing community, and see more fun videos like this. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, guys, stay cool, and I'll catch you later.